Hey everybody, in today's video I want to discuss the book 12 Rules for Life by Dr. Jordan B Peterson. This will be the first video in a small series of videos on each of the 12 rules. If you don't know who Jordan Peterson is, I highly recommend you check out his incredible YouTube channel. The lectures he posts on there are profound and transformative. Dr. Peterson is a clinical psychologist and a professor of psychology at the University of Toronto. His series of lectures on the psychological significance of the biblical works in particular have been a major catalyst for change in my life. In his book, 12 Rules for Life, he seamlessly transitions between scientific studies, abstract philosophy, and personal stories and anecdotes to form a simple design for making your life better that is very practical. So without further ado, I present to you Rule 1. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. In this rule, he attempts to show the correlation between social standing and mental health. He refers to this placement within the social structure as the dominance hierarchy. The neuroscientists and evolutionists have shown us heaps of evidence that this dominance hierarchy has been present within the animal kingdom for as long as organisms have had nervous systems, dating back to before there were trees on the planet. The drive to compete for better food, territory, and mates is older than the trees. His first example of the relationship between this ancient neural system and mental health is the habits of lobsters. Lobsters have been around for roughly 350 million years. A study on male lobsters competing for territory has shown that the serotonin levels in the lobsters' brains will actually rise when they win the disputes and drop when they lose. This phenomenon is ever present in the animal world. Some of the other examples he cites are the pecking order established amongst birds and the even more complex social structure of wolves, with the top of the hierarchy being the alpha. We can see this hierarchy in the corporate structure of the human workplace, and it is also evident in the way we choose our sexual partners. A male who is perceived as confident, competent, and successful has a much stronger chance of being selected as a potential mate. Likewise, a woman who is perceived as strong and intelligent will usually increase the number of her potential suitors. Although statistics show men are less likely to pursue a woman that they perceive as to be above them in the hierarchy, perhaps due to being intimidated, they are left with men equal or above them within the hierarchy, thus increasing the quality of the suitors as well. Life is tough at the bottom of the hierarchy. Just like within the animal kingdom, all the best shelter and resources go to those higher up, and the ones at the bottom are left to fend for the scraps. The lack of plentiful resources, the increased levels of stress actually takes a toll not only on their psyche, but also their physical health as well. High levels of cortisol paired with lower levels of nutrition can do a number on one's immune system, making them more prone to disease. In the business world, success tends to breed success. With more money, one has more opportunities to invest and multiply their fortune, whereas oftentimes failure breeds more failure. For if you adopt the attitude of the defeated lobster who dispute after dispute is bested, eventually you will stop trying to compete at all. After all, nobody likes to lose. This type of individual tends to be depressed and lethargic. They present as slouched with their shoulders forward, almost as if they are hanging their head in shame. Not only is this detrimental to the production of serotonin in your brain, but people will perceive you as somebody they can walk all over. Also, they will act accordingly to this belief. When we stand up straight with our shoulders back, we will start to be treated differently and be in the best possible position to jumpstart the production of serotonin in our brain. Thanks everyone for watching this video. Join me next time for rule number 2. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. And in the meantime, remember, stand up straight with your shoulders back.